Ukrainian long-range attacks devastated another Russian military enterprise and dealt a heavy blow to Putin's war machine. In the evening of October 17th, an explosion occurred in one of the workshops in the industrial zone of the Avangard plant in Stolitomach, Republic of Bashkortostan. Eyewitnesses reported that the smell of gunpowder spread in the city, and windows were smashed in nearby buildings. Thick smoke rose above the scene of the incident, which was visible from remote areas. According to preliminary reports, 8 people were injured. 3 of them were pulled from the rubble. According to the authorities, the building of the affected shop was heavily damaged and the workers were evacuated. The cause of the explosion is currently under investigation. Stolitomach's mayor's office officially confirmed the explosion, saying that all services and departments are working at the scene. The head of Bashkortostan, Radiy Kabirov, said that the incident was being investigated, but no details have been released. 8 people were injured as a result of the incident in Stolitomach. 3 of them were pulled out from the rubble and hospitalized in Stolitomach City Hospital. 1 patient is in serious condition in intensive care, and 2 others are in moderate condition, Kabirov wrote on his Telegram channel. The Avangard plant is known as a defense chemical enterprise. It produces weapons and ammunition, recycles explosives, and manufactures chemical products. In 2024, Avangard was already subject to EU sanctions due to its connection to the State Defense Order. According to the War and Sanctions website, the plant produces explosives, ammunition, and containers for state defense orders. It is also engaged in the utilization of military equipment, ammunition, ballistic missile solid propellants, and pyroxylene powder. It is part of the Russian state corporation Rostec. It is represented on the Technodynamics Commodity Aggregator, an online platform that combines the products of the enterprises of the Technodynamics Holding, War and Sanctions reports. Militarny also reported that the Ukrainian Defense Forces had struck a Russian oil refinery in Saratov on the night of October 16th. Soldiers of the Lazars Group Special Forces Unit of the National Guard of Ukraine destroyed a Russian BM-30 Smerch, MLRS, by means of drone bombardment. The video of the destruction of the enemy MLRS was released by Operational Command South. Russian invaders used this missile system to attack Mykolaiv and Kherson regions. Initially, Ukrainian aerial reconnaissance detected the launch of missiles from the BM-30 Smerch and tracked its movement across the temporarily occupied territory. Judging by the video, after the Russian MLRS was discovered, an FPV drone flew there first, followed by a bomber drone. The other day, attack drones and aerial reconnaissance of the Lazars Group unit destroyed a BM-30 Smerch in the operational zone of the Operational Command South in the Kherson region at a range of almost 50 kilometers, the statement reads. After several munitions from the drone hit the missile container, the rockets inside detonated. A powerful explosion and a massive fire completely destroyed the Russian Smerch. Analysts of the Cyber-Baroshno community found out from the video footage that the enemy MLRS was destroyed in the temporarily occupied territory of the Kherson region, at a distance of about 33 kilometers from the front line. This is the 3rd recorded destruction of the Russian Smerch MLRS during the full-scale war with Ukraine, according to the OSINT project Oryx. The invaders lost the first such system in the fall of 2022 in the Kharkiv region. The second Smerch was destroyed the following year. The video of the destruction was published in September 2023. Developed in the USSR, the BM-30 Smerch system can use 300mm missiles with a monoblock high explosive or cluster warhead to fire at a range of up to 70 kilometers. At the same time, Russia has developed high-precision 300mm guided missiles for this MLRS, which are already capable of hitting targets at a distance of 120 kilometers. President Trump is asked about a Russian proposal for a tunnel to connect Russia and Alaska.
Putin-Trump tunnel to connect Russia and Alaska. Are you interested?
I just heard about it. A tunnel from Russia to Alaska. I just heard about that one. That's an interesting one. We'll have to think about that. I hadn't heard that. We just did a nice road in Alaska that's going to get us to a lot of minerals, and we have a piece of it, a good piece of the ownership because of the fact we made it possible. But this came up yesterday, a tunnel from Russia to Alaska. That's an interesting. What do you think of that, Mr. President? Do you have any ideas? How do you like that idea?
I'm not happy with this.
I don't think you're going to like it. I don't think you liked it. I don't think you liked it.
In Rostov-on-Don, a Russian court sentenced 15 Ukrainian POWs from the Adar battalion to prison terms ranging from 15 to 21 years in a maximum security colony, Russian media reported. The case originally included 18 Ukrainians. 2 medics were returned home in a POW exchange, and 1 driver's case was separated. His fate remains unknown. None of the soldiers were accused of war crimes. The Russian court deemed their service in the Ukrainian armed forces itself a crime. During the hearings, the POWs testified about torture. When it was time for the defense to speak, the court abruptly made the session closed, citing the case's sensitivity and alleged threats to participants. Special forces of the Ukrainian Navy have freed 2 soldiers, a veteran of the armed forces and a serviceman of the National Guard, who had been held captive and enslaved in temporarily occupied territory for more than 3 years. This was reported by the Navy Angels Detachment. The released soldiers are a 29-year-old veteran of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and a 34-year-old serviceman of the National Guard of Ukraine, who had been missing for more than 3 years. Due to the close proximity of the settlements where the Ukrainians were held, it was decided to evacuate both of them at the same time. It was a difficult and risky task, in particular because 2 parallel special operations were actually taking place. The guys were taken out, separately from each other until a certain stage. Both the NGU serviceman and the Armed Forces veteran did not know the detailed plan. They trusted us and followed the instructions precisely, commented Artem Diblenko, an officer of the Navy's Angels Detachment. The operation was conducted in cooperation with the military ombudsman Olha Reshetylova. On September 5th, it was reported that the Navy's Special Forces, together with the National Guard, conducted an operation to rescue 4 Ukrainian soldiers who had been hidden in the occupied territory for 3 years. Along with the Marine and 3 guardsmen, the rescuers also evacuated a hospital medical worker who had helped in their hiding. The Ukrainian Navy's Angels Detachment has already rescued 88 people.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comments section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.